Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, the mercurial, the ineffable, the totally awesome Dr. Yukon SuckIt. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Yukon SuckIt. Tell your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today once again from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck of my own creation. And I have to say that because it's not, this is basically based off of an old deck that I have, and we've changed up the cards somewhat. We switched things out for new cards. Therefore, this is now of my own creation. So this is a discard deck, mono black. Mono black meaning only black cards. And what does discard mean? It means that other people's hands need to beware because they are not going to have very many cards. So let's take a look at this deck. We'll take a look at what it does, and then we'll take it out and see how well it works. At the low end, we've got cut downs. We got 3 chances. Destroy target creature with a total power and toughness of 5 or less. It's a great way of just wiping out low-end creatures at the beginning. We'll see what it gets us. There's a lot of big creatures or expensive creatures that are also giant weenies, like Adeline or whatever. This would take her out as well. We got the Corrupt Court Official for 2. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a card. There you go. So this is kind of what this deck does. Discard a card, baby, right there. We've got, I'll jump over to Virus Beetle, another one. It's for 2 mana, 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. As far as in standard what you're doing here, these are the same card. We got Extract the Truth, which for 2, you can target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose creature, enchantment, or planeswalker, and they have to discard it. So it's a little bit more targeted than what these guys do. Or you can use this to force a target opponent, your opponent, to sacrifice an enchantment. And there's a lot of good ones out there right now, but so there you go. This helps to thin things down big time. We got the Meathook Massacre, which wipes out the board. And every time one of your creatures die, they lose a life. Every time an opponent's creatures die, you gain a life. We got the Biting Palm Ninja. He has a sweet-ass hand there. Anyways, for 3, you get a 3/3. And his ninjutsu ability, which we'll talk about in a second, only costs 3. When he enters the battlefield with a menace counter on it. And then if he deals damage to a player, combat damage, you remove the menace counter, at which point the player reveals your hand and you can choose a non-land card from it. They have to exile that card. Exile, not put it to graveyard. Exile it, which is really good. So the thing about ninjutsu is that if you have an attacking creature, you can pay the ninjutsu cost to take that creature back to your hand and put Biting Palm Ninja into play, tapped and attacking in its place. So it's just basically makes your Biting Palm Ninja into a hasty guy, but it does return one of your creatures back to your hand. In this case, if you could pick the Corrupt Court Official or the Virus Beetle, that means you can play one of those for 2 mana, either immediately afterwards or on the next turn, depending upon how much mana you have available to you. So that's a combo there to try to get, what is this? Discard, and discard again, right? Just keep that going. We got the Graveyard Trespasser, who, when it comes into play, you exile a target card from a graveyard. And then, they lose a life. If it was a creature card, they lose a life and you gain a life. And if it's hulked out into werewolf form, then it's 2 target cards from graveyard. Same thing. You get the life exchange for a creature card. So therefore, all the stuff that you are putting into the graveyard, you can turn around and get rid of. So if they try to do something sneaky by just discarding something that would go into the graveyard and can be recast, Graveyard Trespasser allows you to get rid of that crap. Hero's Downfall helps you to take out any creature or planeswalker for 3 mana. Long Reach of Night comes out. It's a saga card. For the first 2 turns, your opponent has to sacrifice a creature unless they discard a card. And you're really kind of going after the discard ability. You're trying to keep their hand as thin as possible. So it doesn't really matter if they sacrifice a creature. But if they have nothing left in their hand and they have creatures out, those creatures have to go bye-bye. At the very end, you get a 0/4 enchantment creature spirit wall with menace. Now, 0/4 is not going to be doing a lot of damage, but he gets +X/+0 whenever he attacks, which is equal to the number of creatures in the defending player's graveyard. So if we're lucky, there's going to be a bunch of creatures in there, and Animus of the Night is going to be swole. I like this particular art better, which you got rather than Henrika, but this is the 3 Weird Sisters. It costs you 4 to put out. It's a 1/3 flyer. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, you could choose one that has not been chosen. Each player sacrifices a creature. You draw a card and you lose 1 life, or you transform into the Fiends of Darkest Night, which is a flying Death Touch lifelink with 3/4, and for 3, each creature you control with flying Death Touch and or lifelink gets +1/+0 to the end of the turn. But it's just nice to have a flying Death Touch lifelink 3/4. That's really good. All right, we got Sheoldred with Death Touch, and it's a 4/5 for 4. 4 is really, really easy to get to. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. So what I'm really hoping is just that this isn't really all about the whole discardy thing, but one of the things that they'll be busy trying to do is trying to get cards back. So therefore, if they're trying to draw extra cards, Sheoldred will punish them for it. We've got Junji, the Midnight Sky, which is a 5/5 flying menace dragon for 5. When it dies, each opponent discards 2 cards and loses 2 life. Or you could put a target non-dragon creature from a graveyard, not just yours, but theirs, into the battlefield under your control, and you lose 2 life. Those, I mean, really just discarding is what you're looking for here. But if that whole non-dragon creature thing works out better, then it's got that available for you. Invoke Despair costs 5. Target opponent sacrifices a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker, and for each that they cannot, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. This card is awesome in any black deck where you can have a lot of black mana. We've got Swamps, 22 of them, and 2 Kamigawa Blacks, which mill 3 cards and return a creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. So if you're getting desperate for some of your creatures, this will help you find what you're looking for there. So anyways, that is the discard deck. Let's take it out and see how well it works. All right, playing against Mikel Restegi. Mikel Restegi. All right, Mikel, let's see what we got going on here. Lots of expensive stuff. Only 1 card at the early game here, though. I think this is a mulligan. And you know, I don't like the mulligan. Keep. All right, we're going to get rid of Junji. Gruul. All right, not Gruul. What was that? Jund or something? Jund? What do you got in your hand? What you got in your hand? What do we have here? Pow, right to the kisser. Number 3 gets us into a Graveyard Trespasser, which is going to get rid of Elena and Lana. Suck it, ladies! Alright, here's number 4. Let's just see if he'll go for it here. Sacrifice or discard, your choice. All attack. Yoink. If I get a 5th one, we can invoke some despair. That'd be kind of nice. See that next snapper up there. There's lots of things you could do. Graveyard Trespasser's got the ward, though. That causes him to have to discard. All right, first things first. Oh man, the problem is I know see what he's got in his hand. Let's just get rid of something. There we go. All right, speed bump. There you go, my friend. Oh, he's choking on 2 mana. That's his big problem. All right, I'm going to invoke a little despair. Has he been throwing away? No, he just has been dragging it in. Yeah, 2 mana. It sucks to be you. You got 2 mana. You got creatures in there? Nothing. No blocks. I need to sacrifice something. And it looks a lot like this. Up to 2. That sounds good. Alright, well, I'm blowing smoke rings right now. On the other hand, I got a couple of fairly decent blockers. We just got to keep him thinned down. Junji can come out on the next round. And usually Junji's die, but I don't think Gruul's got it in him. Yeah, man, I don't care. Graveyard Trespasser's willing to take the bullet. Should I do it? Fighting Paul Ninja him? That sounds like a good time. Let's just do that. Transform. Up to 2 of these guys, huh? 1 and 2. Why not? Next to blockers. Pick someone to block. Ninja! Heck yeah! Oh, it's too late. I'm coming after your hand. Suck it, Mikel! Restegi! Victory! We're playing against squiiddissh. Squiiddissh. Let's keep it. Not a lot of early discard. We'll find out this turn if that's something that's super important. We have 3 minutes to Biting Palm Ninja. We got 4 turns to Sheoldred. We can Meathook Massacre. Alright, here we go. Here's Biting Palm. This guy could start shooting. He could start exiling. Boros has got a lot of options. No, yep. Yep, we'll take that action. And we're going to get rid of... Kami Flare is not the coolest. Redamage target creature, Planeswalker, $2. So I just got to watch out for that. I got to dance around that. I drew a card. Yoink. Let's go extract some truth. All in, Sheoldred. Do your best. There's another one. Okay. Ooh. Ha 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 ha. I'm just kidding. There we go. Winner, winner, victory dinner. And put against ShadowHokage. ShadowHokage. 1-2. This really requires me to get mana. I'm going to mulligan. I'm not going for it. We're going to keep this one. And we'll go with Junji back. Nah, little golden. Alright, here we go. Purple Official. You gonna counter that? Basically, that's just getting rid of a card. And so you're gonna draw a card. You can do the opposite. Well, good for you. That's a lot of colors there. All right, what have we seen so far? Celestis. All right. There's 3. We'll put out the Virus Beetle. Again, he's doing the anti-card, the anti-discard. All attacks. Doesn't need that land, apparently. We're gonna sacrifice a creature. Port officials are the ones that kill me the most. All attack! Looking forward to extracting the truth. Don't do anything stupid, like putting out a good card or something. I was looking for something. Let's see what you got. Oh ho ho! Suck it, Hullbreaker Horror. Yeah, I can wait. Nice. All right, here comes Sheoldred. And we'll just chill back. I don't need to lose Virus Beetle for no particular reason. Okay, you're top decking now. I'm sure that's not a pleasant place for you to be. There we go. Dun 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 dun. Oh ho ho, you're gonna hate this crap. There we go. Alright, we're coming on in. 2 left. All you gotta do is draw a card and you're gone. That's it. Victory! Alright, we're playing against Tato. Two mana, mulligan. Much better. Keep. Get rid of Invoke Despair, and we're done. Alright, so we gotta get up to 4. We can do these things here. It tells me we'll have some time. Alright, so we got Gruul on our way right at the moment. What's he doing here? He's able to bounce, so no blocks. Alright, there's 3. Do I'm concerned about any of these guys? No. Wait till something better comes out. In fact, yeah, we'll just sit there and we will chill. That's somebody better to kill. A lot like that. Boink. Okay, number 4 is going to get us into Sheoldred. Gotta be worried about what he's going to shoot. And no blocks. Alright. Oh, I was really hoping for another mana there. There we go. Long Reach of the Night. I gave it up. All attack. Yeah, unfortunately, I need another mana before we can start slaughtering all that over there. But now the Riveteers are going to get super big. Alright, we're down to 2. Come on, 1 mana. There we go. All right, so here's my pitcher. I gotta get just gonna pop for 3. 1, 2, 3. And no attacks. Alright, so what's going on here? Okay, we got ourselves a dragon. That's not cool. You have the ability to block, potentially. Alright, we're going to sacrifice a creature. We letting go of. Oh, okay. All attack. We're going right to your non-face there, Tato. That's chill. I don't need that mana for anything at the moment. Got him down to 3. You got a creature there? You do. Good for you. And we win. Victory! Alright, so here we are with Mono Black Discard number dos. And oh man, it feels so good to be playing Mono Black Discard again. So good. Who was the real hero here? Let's see. I mean, they're all so good. I can say Long Reach of the Night was great with the 2 rounds of forcing them to either discard or sacrifice a creature. Essentially, this is Henrika, but the 3 Weird Sisters, where we have the ability to force, you could draw a card and lose life, or they have to we each have to sacrifice a creature. But then you have a flying Death Touch lifelinker after that. Sheoldred pinning them down, because when you're forcing them to discard so much, the one thing they're going to try to do is draw cards, and with Sheoldred out there, that just makes it so god-awful for them. We didn't get a chance to use Invoke Despair, maybe one time, and it was Invoke Despair should be in every black deck if you can help it. The 2, just guys coming in, and Biting Palm Ninja for basically being able to take one of these guys, throw them back into your hand, so you can play them another time. So that's like discard a card, discard another card, discard another card. It just is non-stop and unrelenting. So, yeah, man, I am just so happy to have it back. It feels so good. Here we go. So let's go ahead and give it some ratings there. Is this deck competitive? And in my gameplay, it is 100% competitive. It is just taking people out left and right. So I'm going to say big thumbs up on the competitiveness. Is it fun? Once again, 100% totally fun. If you like playing discard decks, this is a sweet deck. And lastly, is it interesting? That's the better question. Is it interesting? Are you able to sort of twist things around? Are you able to perform some tricks? Are we playing with new cards? Let's take a look here. Now I've gotten to the point where I don't really care if it's new or not. Yeah, this is the only new card we have in here is Cut Down. Oh, and we also have Sheoldred in here too. So I'm gonna say it's not 100% as interesting. The reason why is because the 3 Weird Sisters here, Henrika, choosing which option to play at the right time, that is interesting. The ninja being able to bounce things out and play things again at the right time, interesting. But it's kind of not. The going ahead and playing the discard stuff at the right time so you can go in and get the cards that you need to get, but you're not sure what's there, that is interesting. I'm going to give it an interesting. It's just not as interesting as it potentially could be. But regardless, then, all those three things come together, makes this an A+ deck, a must-have, you should play deck. So if you so choose to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun with it as I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.